Oh, whoa, my hair's screwed up right here. What happened? Who cares? What's up, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the weekend preview. Today is Sunday, May 25th, 2014, and thank you for being here, whether you're, even the camera's crooked, whatever. If you're here live on stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube. We got a jam-packed week, finally a week full of crazy new releases people have been hyping, people have been waiting for. It seems like almost after 2 whole months of kind of biding our time. Releases will come, just be patient. Now, finally, we got this motherload of a week. I'm very excited to be here and sharing my gameplay experiences with you this week with everything that's coming, okay? But before we get started, a couple quick things. First of all, very shortly I'm going to be moving to Washington State, and kind of what I would like to do when I get up and running again in Washington, which I'll tell you guys a little bit as we get closer to it in mid-June how that process is going to work and how long it's going to take. But I'm looking for basically new intros. Now, when I say that, I mean intros for the weekend preview, Ask the King, Hate Live, all right? All the normal podcasts and stuff that I do. And if anyone would maybe even could throw together, say, a 15 to 30-second trailer for me and my live streams and my stuff that I do on Twitch TV, that'd be awesome, because not only could I upload that to YouTube as like an advertisement, hey, you can check this guy live on Twitch rather than watch it on demand on YouTube all the time, but I could also run that as like when I start my streaming and when I end my streaming as a little intro and outro. So if you guys would like to submit anything like that, there's a couple places you can do it. First of all, you can always tweet me. Number 2, on my forums, thekingofhate.com. What we'll do is hopefully get a section up there, fan submissions of intros and things like that. And I would definitely like to have those for when I move, because when I move, it's almost like a rebooting. You're not going to see the couch and this wall with the 2 colors of paint behind me anymore. It's going to be a whole new filming area, a whole new atmosphere, and I kind of want to approach it like that, refreshing new content, new intros, new stuff coming. So go right ahead and send it my way. We had a few submissions last year for Hate Live, and I used them over the years. Over the year or so, and that's the kind of thing that I would like to have for all my stuff. Let's face it, this intro for the weekend preview is what, 3-4 years old? I mean, it's got Project 7 footage in it, and Project 7 itself has been defunct for 2 years, so maybe we can get some reinvigoration into the content. That would be great, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, very shortly, as I said, I'll be moving, and I'm going to get caught up with a lot of stuff. Right now, I'll be honest, I'm caught up with a lot of stuff. This week, I'm going to be calling the condo association of my new home to find out the skinny there. I got to call internet companies. I got to schedule the moving company. I'm kind of scatterbrained, and the reason I'm saying that is because I have not really been asking for art submissions for the upcoming playthroughs. Now, for Watch Dogs, a ton of people already submitted art, which is great. But we've got a bunch of other playthroughs coming up that I'm going to talk about in this video. If you could please submit your art so that I have intros and things for the streams, for the splash page of the homepage of my website, thekingofhate.com, where I advertise what I'm working on there. I use your art. So please, whatever I'm working on this weekend, which you're about to find out, if you could submit fan art for it on my forums, there is a section on thekingofhate.com forums under DSP Gaming called Graphics, where you can submit that. There's a thread. People have submitted hundreds of pieces of art, and I've used most of them. Please continue to submit. Outside of Watch Dogs, there's a lot of other stuff I'm doing this week that I'm about to tell you. Feel free to submit stuff for that, okay? So, let's talk. What's coming up this week that you can expect? Well, tonight, immediately after I after I finish streaming the weekend preview, I'm going to upload it to the King of Hate Vlogs, my YouTube vlogging channel, and then I'm going to go right into a stream of MLB 14, the show. It's been a week since I played it. I'm craving it again, and I got about an hour and a half roughly tonight to play it, so I'm going to sneak that in. We're going to do some MLB tonight, all right? Tomorrow, first stream is going to be Drakengard 3. Now, I know tomorrow's Memorial Day. For those of you who are not Americans, Memorial Day is a national holiday in America where we are recognizing those who have given their lives or served in the armed forces, okay, in the defense of this country. So a lot of people are going to be out on cookouts. They're going to be drinking beers. I fully understand that. If it ends up being a slow day for streaming, so be it. Big deal, right? But I'll be here, and my first stream is going to be Drakengard 3. We're going to be continuing with it. Yes, I know I haven't touched the game in a week since the first day I played it, and I was so appalled at how bad the game is. But being that I spent $50 on it, I'm going to treat it almost like kind of a lampooning, where, okay, I'll play the game, and if it's bad, it's bad. I won't joke about it, and we'll have fun. If the story gets better and the gameplay gets better, great. But if not, and the frame rate still ends up shitty, and the characters are as ridiculous as they are, let's call a spade, and we'll have fun making fun of it, okay? So that's going to be first stream tomorrow. second stream tomorrow is probably going to be more MLB. And it may, unfortunately, be the last time that I play MLB in a long time. In fact, it may be the final time. And the reason I'm saying that is a couple reasons. Number one, because we got a bunch of new stuff coming out. And being that I'm already juggling a downtime playthrough in Oblivion, I'm already doing that every Friday, being that all these new games are going to be coming out, being that very shortly Ultra Street Fighter 4 is going to be coming out, and I'm probably going to want to play a lot of that in a very limited amount of time that I have before I move, there may not be time for me to be doing downtime stuff. Now, I'm not saying 100% it's the end of MLB. I'm just saying don't expect it all the time or even once a week. Maybe it'll be on and off. I'll play it from here or there. The other reason that it may be near the end of the MLB playthrough is very simple. People are getting bored of it. This happened with NBA 2K as well. It lasted a little longer, I think, with NBA 2K. But people are saying it's kind of the same thing over and over. There's not much going on anymore. You reach the majors, and that's about it. It's taking forever. Yeah, because, simulating a real baseball season is boring as fuck. I actually said to people, this is why I stopped following professional sports. Because the season's too fucking long. It would be one thing if you could follow for a couple months. Wow, that's great. No, you got to be fucking invested in this thing for like months on end and 5 zillion games to the point where in baseball, each game doesn't even fucking matter, honestly. You play so many games, who cares if you lose 5 in a row? You could end up going on a 400-game winning streak because the season's about 4,000 games. So, I understand. I'm still liking it, but if people are getting bored of it, there's plenty of other stuff that I can focus on, including all the new stuff coming out. So tonight, MLB, and tomorrow night, probably what's going to be the end of MLB for a while. So let's see how Drake has no talent can do. Can he hit the homers? Can he go out in style on a streak? Will he all of a sudden hit a big roadblock and have a slump? We'll have to see, okay? All right, so what else? What's coming out this week? Wow, well, tomorrow is going to be a nutty day for me because, like I just said, Drakengard 3... and then MLB. By the way, what I do want to say is in between those two streams, when I usually go out and get food, I'm actually going to be heading over to my parents' house where they're doing a Memorial Day cookout. My aunt and my great aunt are both going to be there, and I may be there a little bit longer than me, just a normal break of going and getting food. Therefore, tomorrow's second stream may start late, similar to how tonight's is going to start late as well, okay? But that's fine. It's just MLB. It's not any new playthrough that people are dying. Oh my God, he's not on time, all right? Tomorrow night, there is a midnight release of Watch Dogs in my local area. I will be attending the local area midnight release of Watch Dogs. I'll be getting the game. Now, I mentioned this in last week's release day unboxing. It's unfortunate. Here's what happened. Something screwed up, and somehow I don't have the collector's edition of Watch Dogs reserved. Now, I have no clue how this happened. If you remember, Watch Dogs was supposed to be released back in November. It was supposed to be a launch title for the PlayStation 4. And way back when, I reserved it as the collector's edition for PlayStation 4 because I wanted to actually get it for myself, and I was planning at that point to even get a second copy for my girlfriend because it was going to be a big surprise for her for Christmas, but it ended up that it didn't come out on time. So I know that I reserved the collector's edition, but when I went and checked this past week at my local GameStop, they said it says you as the standard. I'm like, this is... the thing is this. Normally, I'd be angry. Normally, I'd be like, what the fuck? How did this fuck up? This is bullshit. But the bottom line is, guess what comes with? Another figurine. Another freaking statue. If you guys don't know, this whole side of my fucking condo is now a tower of boxed up statues. Look. 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 Okay? So... I gotta steady the camera. Shit, I fucked it up. There we go. So I'd be pretty stupid to be upset that I'm not getting another statue that I have nowhere to put, okay? So quite honestly, I'm not very angry about not getting the collector's edition of Watch Dogs. I am getting it for PS4, and I did pre-order it, so I will be getting whatever the exclusive content is that you get on PS4 for pre-ordering. I know they announced a year ago, literally, they announced there would be exclusive content on PS4. So I'll be attending the midnight release, I'll be bringing the game home, and for the first time, pretty much, I think ever, I will not be filming a release day unboxing video. And you might say, well, Phil, why not? It's very simple. Because I guarantee you, the box is going to be just like this. There'll be nothing in it. It's just going to be the game and the thing, and probably the code for whatever the exclusive content is from GameStop, and that's it. There's no reason for me to do an unboxing. Well, I would rather just come home from the midnight release and immediately start streaming, right? Wouldn't you rather see me play earlier than me taking an hour to film and encode and then upload the release day unboxing video? I think you would. So that's the approach I'm taking tomorrow, is skip the unboxing, get to playing as soon as possible. Now, I haven't done a midnight release in a while. In fact, I think the last one I did was back in November. So what I'll be doing, I'll be handling it like I usually handle a midnight release. At first, I'll probably play for an hour or two, and then maybe I'll start to get a little bit sore, or I need to relax. So I might have a drink or two to loosen myself up. I did that during the Grand Theft Auto 5 playthrough, and people seemed to like it. So I'll probably be doing the same exact thing during the initial Watch Dogs launch night gameplay of the game. I will then be uploading that footage to DSP Gaming as I go to sleep for several hours. I'm probably going to wake up sometime in the afternoon to late afternoon on Tuesday during the day. And I will probably, depending on how I feel and what time it is or whatever, I'll probably do more. But at the same time, I've got a lot of serious stuff to do this week. I have to call my condo association, the new one, for the new place that I own in Washington, and hash out how I'm going to pay them and what I owe them, because I'm not going to be there for a month. I have to call the internet company and make sure that they know that I'm going to be there a certain week in June, and I'm going to need 2 internet lines and all this stuff going on. I'm going to have to call the garbage company. I'm going to have to call probably the gas company. I'm going to have to call every company under the planet and let them know that I now own that house and I'm coming out there. And I can't do that because guess what? Memorial Day weekend. Everything's been closed all weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend. Even tomorrow I wanted to do it, closed. Everything's been closed because of the holiday. So I have to wait till the middle of this week. So I'm thinking maybe when I wake up on Tuesday, that might be a good opportunity for you to sneak in some of those calls if I can. But I will be coming back with more Watch Dogs gameplay during the course of the day. And keep in mind, the game not only has single player, but it has a multiplayer mode too. So more than likely what I may do is some campaign, go to sleep, do a little bit more campaign, then maybe switch over and do some of the online play. So launch day of Watch Dogs will be a marathon of a combination of campaign and multiplayer, so you guys know exactly what each is, okay? I think that would be a great idea. Now, that's Tuesday. Wednesday is the release of the next episode of The Wolf Among Us on the Xbox 360, which is the console that I am playing that on. I know that, yes, it does come out on PC and on PS3 on Tuesday. I'd rather just leave Tuesday to be focused securely on Watch Dogs. That's what everyone's going to want to see. And then Wednesday we'll move over. So what I'll probably do on Wednesday is split the day. First half of the day will be Watch Dogs. Second half of the day will end up being The Wolf Among Us, okay? Now, Thursday. Thursday is a little up in the air, and let me explain why. Wow, I told you, well, I told the guys on pre-stream, I just got back from dinner with my parents. I'm so stuffed. I'm not surprised I didn't burp more yet. Okay, excuse me. Thursday, there will be a first stream. The second stream is going to be Hate Live, the return of my podcast. We haven't done it in a few weeks. It's going to be a good one because basically I'm going to get everyone up to speed on exactly where I am in the moving process again, because I am. There's more updates and stuff going on. Good news. I wanted to tell everyone what I think of the week's games. What do I think of Watch Dogs after the massive wait, after me being in person at E3 in 2012 and seeing the game for the first time, the game being mentioned as like the game of the convention that year. After all the hype and hoopla, 2 years of waiting for this game to come out, it's finally out. What do I think? Big section of Hate Live will be about that. If any gaming news or anything is going on during the week, we'll have that. My Back in the Day segment this week, I'm debating a few things because I'm thinking in my head, when I just did a episode of Ask the King last week, when I did that, people loved it because I talked about my past. I talked about my relationship with my parents. I talked about my experience with prom in high school. I talked about a lot of stuff. And it's funny because when I did that, people loved it. They were like, you've opened up. This is stuff we haven't heard before. This is great. So I'm wondering if people would like to hear more. Would you like to hear more about my grammar school days? Because I definitely could talk about that. Would you like to hear more about high school? Would you like to hear more about maybe college? Or about maybe the competitive Street Fighter scene that I was a part of during that period of time? I have a lot of stuff. I've not even broken the icing yet of the stuff that I could talk about on Hate Live. All my Evo experiences, all that kind of stuff. I never even touched the surface. So I'm thinking this week, maybe a week where I go back into early time, maybe elementary school or something like that, and I tell you about how my elementary school was, gaming at that time, the friends I had, stuff like that. That might be an interesting thing to delve into, I think. So, Hate Live this week could be pretty damn good, and I don't want you guys to miss it. But that's going to be second stream on Thursday, and I'm really debating in my head, what should first stream be? After 2 days straight of Watch Dogs, do you guys really want to see more on Thursday? Maybe we should take a day's break, right? And I do know there's a survival horror game coming out this week. I think it's called, like, About the Sleep. Something about that. I forget. I apologize that I didn't look it up ahead of time. I should have had the name of it for you guys. But I heard good things about this. A few people have asked me in the past week or two, are you going to check it out? And I'll be honest, most of the survival horror games that I've checked out on PC have been pretty damn good. And I got a new set of headphones, which I want to test on the PC this week and see how they work. So this would be a perfect opportunity for me to do 2 birds with 1 stone. Among the sleep, people are saying. Thank you very much for that, guys, who all said that on the stream chat. So maybe Thursday would be a good day to have a little bit of downtime. Don't do Watch Dogs, do Among the Sleep on first stream, and then do Hate Live on second stream. Friday, we'll probably go back to business as usual. More Watch Dogs on first stream, and then Oblivion on second stream. No, actually, I take that back because Friday is a I'm sorry, guys. I completely misspoke. The bullshit coming out of my mouth. Hold on. Let me wash out my mouth with Perrier. Shame on me. And why am I saying that? Because Friday is the release of Mario Kart 8. The new Mario Kart. It's been a while since we had one. The last one was on, I believe it was on the Wii, right? Or was it the one? No, I think the last one was for 3DS. And the one before that was for the Wii. I had the one for the Wii, and I was one of the people, I hated it. And the reason I hated it, because I bought the one that came with the fucking stupid wheel, and the game was impossible to play with it. It's like no one tested the product to realize you can't make the turns that you need to make with the fucking wheel. The control scheme really didn't work. It was broken. And so I was so frustrated with the game. Later I figured out if you just use a regular controller or you play it normally with the controller, it actually works. But I didn't know that. I was trying to play it with the wheel, and I failed miserably. Of course, this was all before I was recording stuff for YouTube. It was all off camera. So I'm really excited for Mario Kart 8. I actually am. I've been looking at some stuff about it, about the new mechanics and things that they've added, the new items, the new characters. I'm actually excited. Like, I haven't been excited for a Nintendo game, I'll be honest with you guys, in a while. Like, it's more Nintendo, it's going to be more Mario. Oh, great. Donkey Kong Country Returns, more Donkey Kong, it's going to be the same. I'm actually pumped for Mario Kart 8. And the cool thing about this is I'm going to check it out by myself during the day on Friday. And then on Saturday, John Rambo will be here, and we're going to do co-op, where we're both playing, where we're racing against each other, but also we'll be going online and racing against other people. It actually has split-screen co-op that you can play online against other people, which I think is freaking awesome. Battle modes, all that stuff we're going to be able to test out firsthand here. That's going to be an amazing Saturday. So if you've been skipping the Saturday co-ops, the final countdown is upon us. We've only got 3 weeks left. Mario Kart 8, the final WWE Sims, and then that final big bash I'm going to have on June 14th. I'll mention that again in a minute so you guys know what I'm talking about. This is going to be one of the best ones we've ever done, I think, because it's a cool new game that everyone's going to want to see. We're very excited, so I hope you'll be here on Saturday to check out the Mario Kart 8 co-op, and of course on Friday to check out the debut day of Mario Kart 8 and everything that I'm finding out and unlocking in the game during then. And yes, we will still do Oblivion on second stream on Friday night, okay? Sunday will be, as a usual Sunday. Hopefully I don't freaking fall asleep on the couch like I did today and end up being all sick and shit. So we'll probably do a shorter stream of something Sunday during the day, whether it's Among the Sleep or Watch Dogs, we'll have to see. And then, of course, Sunday night after the weekend preview, and of course that leads into Monday, where we'll have more of those new games. So that's the rough plan for the week, everyone. This week I really don't have anything in store for you when it comes to DSP Tries It. Unfortunately, really, there's not much going on in regards to, like, food items and things around this area that I'd be able to try out and show you guys. This is all going to change, trust me. Once we move out to Washington, there's going to be all new chains. There's just In-N-Out Burger, Jimmy John's. Obviously, having Mexican, there's going to be Mexican places all over the place, which I have known around here. I don't even have a Taco Bell anywhere near me. So that kind of stuff is going to change. There'll be a whole reinvigoration of DSP Tries It once I move. But for now, it's kind of staling out a little bit. There's not a lot going on. I haven't seen anything new advertised. So really, there's nothing that I can do to really do a DSP Tries It for you guys this week. A lot of people said, Taco Bell breakfast, Taco Bell breakfast. There's no Taco Bells around here, so I can't go there for breakfast and get it to show you guys what it looks like. That would be a prime thing to do, and I can't do it, okay? Pretty much that's about it for the weekend preview. But I do want to say thank you to all of you who, for the past 2 months, have been very patient with me. As you know, it's been a very stressful time getting this house purchased, all the crazy amounts of information that I had to provide to these people to get it finally closed, which it finally did. And I do officially own the house now, which is amazing. Thank you to all of you for your support. But thank you for your patience and for your continued viewership, despite the fact that maybe these past 2 months, let's be honest, not many releases were excelling. The one thing that I would say is an exception was Wolfenstein this past week, which I really did enjoy. And by the way, I do need to mention this. Unfortunately, recently I've just been so caught up in other stuff, inundated with other stuff, I just haven't had time to review games. If you remember a few weeks back on Hate Live, I did a triple review of Amazing Spider-Man, Child of Light, and Daylight, all on that one stream, because I just don't have time to do Hateful Truth review videos. They take a long time to film, a long time to edit, and I haven't had a chance to do it. I wanted to do one for Wolfenstein tonight, but because I didn't do a stream earlier today because of extenuating circumstances, I decided to put it on hiatus. So for now, what I'm going to do, perfect example, Wolfenstein. I beat it on Friday. I loved it. I'm going to talk about it in Hate Live this week. Hate Live, we'll have a segment where I talk about Wolfenstein, and that's going to serve as the review for Wolfenstein. So if you want to know what I think about it, check out Hate Live this week, and that's how I'm going to handle it. If I don't have a chance to do a formal review, I'll be sticking that stuff into Hate Live. Okay, everybody? All right, that is it. I thank you very much for following up with all this stuff that's going on. I know it was a crazy time in my life. It's going to continue to be crazy, as I said, leading all the way up to the move and all that. Oh, the last thing I want to mention, June 14th. I'm going to keep hyping this. June 14th, on Twitch TV/DarksidePhil, it's going to be a streaming marathon. If you're a fighting game fan, this is the time that you've been waiting for. I know that from time to time I get busy and I play new fighting games, but then I kind of don't follow through. If you want a crazy day of fighting game fun and hilarity, this is what you're going to want to see. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is going to be here all day. We're going to have probably Killer Instinct, Injustice. If other people bring older TVs and shit, we can even do old school stuff. I just don't have an old school TV right now. And, you know, it's going to be a great day. John's definitely going to be here. Howard might make an appearance. We're going to try to get old school people that I used to have all the time by, like Mayor McJustin and Drew, possibly my friend Walter, and he might bring some local players. I'm actually talking to my friend Nestor from Boston, and my old friend Ed from the old times of TGA, which was Tokyo Game Action, this arcade that we used to go to all the time up in Rhode Island back in the day, like right before I started recording for YouTube. In fact, if you go back to my original channel, The King of Hate HD, I believe I have videos of Tokyo Game Action there when Street Fighter 4 launched in the fall of 2008. And then, unfortunately, the arcade went out of business because of horrible damage that happened to the roof, and the guy couldn't pay the bills anymore because everything got destroyed, and it's a sad, sad story. But if players from that area could come down, now we're fucking talking, because those guys are serious players. They've been playing for a while, and we're going to be playing Ultra Street Fighter 4 and other stuff all day long, a marathon, Saturday, June 14th. It's basically the last hurrah for this condo. I used to do things like this all the time. I haven't done one in years, so I said, let's end it the same way we started it. I hope you can be here for the marathon live stream. We're also going to have webcam going to show everyone here. We're going to have pizza, beer. We're going to have a ton of fun. And I hope that if you don't catch the live stream, don't worry. I will be recording it in chunks. Probably not every match single, but I'll probably do like half an hour chunks or whatever for YouTube. So you're going to get all the footage on YouTube as well. It's going to be great. So thanks, everyone, for watching the weekend preview. I'm now going to switch over. Like I said, we're going to play some MLB. So if you're watching this on streams, play put. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't worry. Those MLB videos will be going live overnight as well. Peace out, everyone. I'll see you for new gameplay this week. I'm excited. I hope you are as well. See you then.